sector success story.
The goal of PEAK is to build a strong pipeline of skilled workers who can function in mid-level management roles and respond to the GSS's skills needs. Companies apply on behalf of their employees and can be assured that their staff is being trained to meet industry needs. Imagine a coach getting their athlete ready to take home the gold through practical training and guidance. This is how the PEAK program works to get the GSS worker ready to run and win their GSS career race, providing employers with skilled world-class performers. This representative knows firsthand how transformative the apprenticeship program is.
My name is Octavia McIntosh, Chair of the Apprenticeship and Skills Committee within the Global Services Skills Council. The GSSC endorsed the apprenticeship program because it addressed learning gaps expressed by the industry. The benefits of the program includes for the participants an opportunity to upskill and level up, giving them the tools they need to move to the next level within their career. And for the companies, it's an opportunity to build employee morale, as this is something that they have invested in, and also to help the company attract more investors for higher value-added roles.
The GSS's apprenticeship program's hands-on approach with 80% on-the-job training upskills GSS employees so that they can be among the best in the industry. Discover how you can benefit from the apprenticeship program. Contact the Competitive Fund team at infocompetitivefund_GSS@jamprocorp.com to learn more.
Are you ready to enter the future of work? We'll help you get there through the Global Services Sector Project. The GSS project is a 5-year project that will provide Jamaicans with access to training and better jobs in the digital services sector, namely in knowledge process outsourcing, information technology outsourcing, and business process outsourcing. This project will empower you with the knowledge you need to flourish in digital industries and beyond. Funded by the Inter-American Development Bank, the GSS project aims to move Jamaica to create new and higher valued jobs. The project will facilitate much needed skills training and will position the island as a leader in regional digital services. The opportunities are endless and your options are limitless. Get there with the GSS project. Your new future is waiting for you.
Are you ready to get in peak condition so that you can win your race as a global services sector professional? Like an athlete needs to train so that they can be in the best form to win a gold medal, so too must rising GSS professionals train to ensure that they win the global services sector. With 4 possible career paths to choose from: BPO, KPO, ITO, and digital media, everyone has a chance to bring home the gold.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. All right. Yes, I'm so happy to be outside, so happy to actually be seeing persons face to face. A very good morning to you and to those who are tuning in online. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of our GSS Apprenticeship Programme. Put your hands together for all our graduates today. I am so very excited about today's graduation ceremony because we get to see the demonstration of what this program has done for so many individuals who continue to learn. And this graduation ceremony is for our graduates from the pilot and 2021 apprenticeship program in the supervisory management course, which lasted for 12 months. And I am sure that the 12 months flew off very quickly, right? Yes, that's how it goes when you're having fun and when you're learning. And so I am so very excited to be celebrating them today. And I want to just welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Again, those who are tuning in online, thank you so very much for being here. Those who are on site, thank you so very much for being here as well. Today, we're going to be celebrating our graduates. My name is Basilia Barnaby Cuff, the first ever, may I say, GSS ambassador. And it's It's a hat that I wear with great pride, and I've been telling Tene since I started this journey that, boy, if I was not in media for over 10 years already, I probably would be pursuing a career in the GSS. I don't think it's too late, right? It's not too late. Yes, I want to add something to my resume. And so I'm going to enroll in one of these programs very, very soon, because I believe that once you're alive, the learning journey is continuous. And, you know, one of the programs that we did some weeks ago, and one of our apprentices was pointing out that based on her studies in the GSS program, there is a huge difference, and this is something that has stuck with me. There is a huge difference between a boss and a who? And a leader. And I believe that we are honing the skills of our leaders today. And so this is something to be celebrated. It's no dibby graduation, right? Yes, it's something to be celebrated, and we are going to celebrate today. So again, welcome. Before we get into this morning's proceedings, I'm going to invite you to stand for the playing of the national anthem.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defenders, grant true wisdom from above. Justice fruit be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us the weak to cherish. Give us visions lest we perish. Knowledge centers, heavenly Father, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love.
Thank you so much. You may be seated. We just want to welcome, and those of you who are online who stood, you may be seated as well, just in case you're still standing, yes. You may be seated as well. I wish you could see our graduates. You'll see them later on, so smartly dressed. When we do all the excitement to throw up in the air and go, woo! Okay, all right. We'll figure that out later on. We'll figure that out later on, because we want all of the excitement that comes with all graduation ceremonies, all right? All right, so we'll figure that part out later on. But at this time, I want to welcome a few people who are in attendance. Want to say a very good morning to Sancia Bennett Templar, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Can you just wave your hands for us to see you? The Queen's wave. Put your hands together for her. Fernando Yitzhak Pavon, Operations Specialist and Project Lead at the Inter-American Development Bank. If you're here. Oh, he's all the way in Mexico. If I could speak Spanish, I would translate. However, I did not do so well in Spanish, but it's never too late to learn. Oh, not offer any Spanish courses yet? Yes, we can work something out. Spanish and French. All right. A very good morning to Shalette Cox, Vice President of Research, Advocacy, and Project Implementation. All right. Dr. Marcia Roa Amonde, Acting Deputy Managing Director, Heart Trust, NSTA. Egbert von Frankenberg, Chairman of the Global Services Skills Council. Is he here? We're going to clap them anyway, because if they're not here, I'm sure they're tuned in. Representatives of the board and membership of the Global Services Association of Jamaica and the Global Services Skills Council, welcome. Marjorie Straw, Program Director at the GSS Projects. Christopher Boucher, Country Manager of VXI Jamaica, who is our guest presenter today. I'm sure that he is on his way. Representatives of Heart, NSTA Trust and associated trainers, representatives of the GSS firms, specially invited guests and graduates, and we will soon be seeing our Senator, the Honorable Auburn Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, who is our keynote speaker. So can you put your hands together for all our special guests and for yourselves? Clap on yourself a little bit louder, please. All right, there we go. Thank you so very much for being here and for being a part of today's program. Now, at this time, I am going to welcome to the lectern Dr. Marcia Roa Amonde, Acting Deputy Director of Heart NSTA, coming to give her remarks. Please put your hands together for her as she comes.
Senator, the Honorable Auburn Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Thank you. Ms. Sancia Bennett Templar, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce as well. Mr. Fernando Pavon, Operations Specialist. Ms. Sholette Cox, Mr. Egbert van Frankenberg, who is there online, representatives of the board membership of the Global Sector Services Association of Jamaica, Miss Marjorie Straw, representative of Heart, my colleagues, and very importantly, our graduates. A special hand for our graduates this morning. Other specially invited guests and friends of GSS, all those online, a special good morning to you all. It is really a privilege to be here this morning. I stand representing Dr. Tanisha Ingleton. Dr. Ingleton's heart is really here, but she has competing priorities, and so she's unable to make it today. But I bring greetings on behalf of her. It is really a privilege because we see the GSS being repositioned where young people and adults can now get decent jobs and they can thrive and really contribute to economic growth and productivity. As the main driver of human development in Jamaica, we want to recognize at Heart and appreciate the contributions of the global services sector, to nation building over the years. We are really proud to have partnered with you in this initiative, resulting in the upskilling and the empowerment of Jamaicans, and very importantly, the youth of Jamaica. I remember being in the Montego Bay Free Zone one evening when work had just ended and just seeing the young people just coming through after work and saying how much we are engaging them through the global services sector. It provides jobs, and it's providing jobs for so many and providing decent jobs. This partnership is very important. I want to say thanks to my colleagues who have been a part of this journey. I see Mrs. Llewellyn here, And we have helped to really work with the apprenticeship program. We have monitored it, we have assisted with the implementation, and made it and really contribute to helping to make it a successful program. It has really grown exponentially. I am just amazed by the growth, starting with 143 apprentices, and you will be ending up with over 3,400. That says that this is something that is really good, it's really of value, and those in the industry are very happy to embrace it, both those in leadership and the apprentices themselves. The global sector services is no doubt the fastest growing employment creator in Jamaica. They have made stellar contributions to the economy. We see where during the pandemic, they have remained very buoyant. And we recognize the important financial contribution that they have made to the economy. From US 400 million in 2016 to where are we now? US 900 million when this figure was reported earlier this year. The sector has not only made marked contributions in terms of revenue generation, but has also been key in providing employment opportunities for Jamaica. It boasts an impressive 270% increase in the number of jobs created in the economy over a 5-year period, from 17,000 in 2015 to over 46,000 in 2021. This has been a tripling, a 316% increase in the number of firms in the sector. There is no way Jamaica could have such a booming service industry without competent workers. As we know, people, human resource, they are the most important element to any service or experience. Most of us can think of an experience where the service we received from a business determined whether or not we are repeat customers. I want to say a special congratulations again to all 119 graduates. You have really started on the upskilling and the upgrading journey. Continue with it. In the world of work now, we have to embrace lifelong learning. We have to be agile, we have to be flexible, and constantly seeking out opportunities to be our very best. So continue to embrace the opportunities to grow, to really realize your potential, to empower yourselves, and to become great leaders. Leadership is a privilege. It is something that we approach with humility. Leadership determines the path of so many. There are many young people who are going to come in the industry, and they are going to come through your hands. And you have a great responsibility in helping to take them under your wings, to nurture, to coach, and to mentor, and help them to realize their potential and give of their best. Take that responsibility seriously. If we are to continue as a global sector to boost investor confidence and to continue to reap real rewards, we need to grow. We need to continue to look at the higher value areas that we need to bring in. We not just need to offer jobs at the lower level, but constantly look at jobs in areas such as cybersecurity and data analytics and coding and all those other areas that can reap rich rewards. I therefore charge you to identify persons in your workplaces that you're going to upskill, coach, and mentor. Again, I would like to commend the Global Sector Service Project led by Ms. Marjorie Straw as the director for doing so well and leading this project. We will continue to be partners in this. We are very committed to help to repositioning it and help it to be a driver for economic growth, providing the young people and the adults with decent jobs. So thank you all and congratulations again to our graduates.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Dr. Amonde. You know, you said something about the GSS really being repositioned, and I'm so happy she pointed that out, because here in Jamaica, when we hear of the GSS, everybody just thinks about call centers, right? And with this program and with the sensitization that has been taking place over the past few months and the sensitization that will continue, we are saying to young people, yes, you can be a part of the GSS, but it's not just about call centers. There are so many different areas that you can venture into. There are so many different directions that you can go in terms of a career. And with 119 graduates who will also continue to spread the word and, you know, nurture and coach and mentor others, we're looking forward to just seeing more young people and more adults, because we want to also let persons know it's not just for young people. It's not young people alone who want jobs, right? Yes, it's not young people alone who want to start their careers. Some, you know, may have been stay-at-home moms for a while, and hey, the children are in school, and all right, I want to do something with my life now. It's never too late to start. So if you are watching and you are thinking about kickstarting your career in the GSS, the time is now. Don't hesitate. There are so many different areas that you can venture into. So thank you again, Dr. Amonde, for just driving that point home. Welcoming to the lectern at this time, Vice President of Research, Advocacy, and Project Implementation at JAMPRO, Shalette Cox, and she is coming with her greetings at this moment. Put your hands together for her.
Thank you. Mrs. Sancia Bennett-Templar, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Dr. Marcia Rowe Amonde, Acting Deputy Managing Director of Hart NSTA Trust. Marjorie Straw, Program Director of the Global Services Sector Project. Graduates of the second cohort of the apprenticeship program. Distinguished and specially invited guests, parents, family, and friends, good morning to you all. It is my distinct pleasure to be here this morning speaking on behalf of our president, Diane Edwards, who regrettably could not make it here today. On her behalf and on behalf of the Jamaica Promotions Corporation, I wish to congratulate all the apprentices gathered here in person, as well as those in the virtual space, on this milestone achievement in your professional journey. As a member of the executive team at JAMPRO, which is the executing agency for the Global Services Sector Project, under which this program falls, I am excited to participate in today's celebration of the second batch of graduates from the project's flagship skills training program for apprentices. I have heard the stories coming out of the experiences of the program, and it has been heartwarming to recognize a common expression of deep appreciation by the apprentices, not only of the availability of the program, but also for the role that it has played in your learning and development, as well as your professional growth prospects in Jamaica's global digital services sector. And we heard Dr. Amon speak about the growth and the potential of this sector, which means that you are a part of something that is going to be really, really big. I would also like to congratulate and acknowledge the trainers and training providers who delivered the training elements of the program. Of course, the hardworking team at our partner agency, Heart Trust, who are behind the execution and training assessments, and importantly, the JAMPRO's GSS Project Execution Unit, who handle the day-to-day administration of the program. It truly takes a village to make the dreams of our youth a reality. And you have each played an important role in the personal growth trajectory of each and every one of the apprentices gathered with us today. As most of you are aware, as the Export and Investment Promotion Agency for Jamaica, JAMPRO plays a critical role in promoting Jamaica as the ideal investment location for global digital services. We are unable to have any meaningful discussions with potential investors without a discussion on the profile of available skills in the country, the characteristics of our unique talent pool, and how our labor force can meet the demands of investors looking to Jamaica to set up their operations. These investors look to us to advise them on what our country is doing to meet the needs of their industry and their businesses. And it is always our pleasure to talk about the commitment of our government, starting with our Prime Minister, and strongly reflected in the ethos of our own minister, the Senator the Honorable Aubin Hill, who in the last year since coming to this portfolio has been a strong advocate, not just for training, but for the certification of potential employees across all sectors. We, of course, also speak very proudly about the dedicated partnership available with agencies such as Heart Trust, who, of course, are here with us today. But quite apart from talking to new investors, we also, as a set discussion, is to talk to our existing investors, and we try to find out what it is that they need from us as a country in order to ensure that we are responsive in their objective to grow in Jamaica. And as a result, a few years ago, when the sector indicated a challenge in finding middle-tier professionals with the requisite leadership and management capabilities, the concept for this apprenticeship program was born. This program, as you know, is part of a wider government program valued at $15 million, and it's a loan program established to boost the global digital services industry. It is another signal of the commitment of our government to providing an enabling environment conducive to investment and business growth, a critical pillar of which has been ensuring that investors have the access to potential employees with the right mindset and the appropriate skill sets. The overarching project embodies a great initiative geared towards creating and in some instances enhancing a talent pool with the specific skills required by investors. One of the unique advantages of this initiative is the involvement and leadership of the private sector partners via the Global Services Skills Council, which serves as a voice of the private sector business employers in the industry in ensuring that skills development undertaken by government are directly responding to the specific needs. Through this project, we have conveyed the importance of upskilling and lifelong learning. And Dr. Amanda, you spoke to that, the importance of lifelong learning. It does not end today. Today is just the beginning, or the first part, or the middle part. And you can't even see the end yet, because learning is an ongoing journey. And so we should recognize that you are a part of a big vision for a national industry across Jamaica. And as such, each and every single apprentice here today, all 119 of you, are representing a successful batch of potential employees, and you can be proud of your achievement, not just personally, but as a Jamaican and as a part of our economic growth plans for this country. You have truly done well. My sincerest congratulations to you today and our very best wishes on whatever is next for each of you. Thank you.
You know, Shalette said something. She said, learning is an online, and then she changed and say ongoing journey. You're not, right. You're not incorrect, because learning has really changed in the past, 2 years going, can you believe it? We're going into 3 years of the pandemic. Mighty rock. Things have changed, but we have adapted. And so, you know, I just want to congratulate you again, graduates. And, you know, just seeing everybody face to face, I cannot believe I'm actually seeing people like in real life. Because a year or two ago, it felt like something so far-fetched. And so, you know, things are changing, and we're learning to live with this pandemic and in this pandemic. And the fact that you're able to adjust and move forward says a lot about you. So again, congratulations. Having the right mindset and the appropriate skill set. I think that's what this apprenticeship program does. It marries the two, because you can have the right mindset, but you don't have the skill set to support it. And then you can have the appropriate skill set, and then, boy, the mindset is off, right? And so marrying the two in this apprenticeship program has been very important. And you are one step closer to being the leader that you aspire to be. You know, ever since being named the GSS ambassador, one of the things that I have, and I'm adjusting the mic, you know, for her to come. One of the things that I have just really enjoyed is just the enthusiasm of the team members, the enthusiasm of the workers. When we joined them on Zoom for the apprenticeship week, I mean, it was just so contagious, and I think it speaks a lot to what this program offers and just how valuable it is to those who are a part of it. And I already see people expressing just interest in being a part of this sector. You want to see me in the supermarket aisle, just stopping and saying, hey, do you know about the GSS? Do you know about the GSS? Do you want to be a part of... In the supermarkets, I'm a proper ambassador, you know. Thank you so much. Yes, you're welcome. And I always messaged Tene and said, I am so excited about the possibilities for our Jamaicans who want to just launch their career in the GSS. And so again, we commend the team. We commend those who are involved or investors. Thank you so very much for being a part of this project. And speaking about the project, we're welcoming at this time Program Director of the GSS project, Marjorie Straw, and she is full of enthusiasm for everybody in this room and some. So please put your hands together for her as she comes.
It's at the right height. Let me just get this. Wow, it's just so cool to see you guys. You rock. All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much. Our Senator, the Honorable Albin Hill, has not yet arrived, Minister of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, but I know he'll be here shortly. Good to see you, P.S. Sancia Bennett-Templer, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. This is Shalette Cox, VP of Research, Advocacy, Project and Implementation Division here at JAMPRO, Dr. Ro Amonde, Acting Deputy Managing Director of Heart NSTA. Thank you. Chairman of the GSSC, Egbert, who's online, and to the GSSC members as well. Thank you for always supporting the project. Christopher Boucher has not arrived as yet. Country Director, VXI Jamaica. Basilio Barnaby Cuff, our host, and GSS Brand Ambassador. Really pleased with the work you're doing and the support you're giving to the project as well. And of course, graduates of the GSS Apprenticeship Program. Congratulations. Congratulations to all the graduates. And to the families, because, you know, it takes a village, it takes, you know, it's not one person, it's everybody, you supporting each other And so congratulations, all graduates online and here with us today. Thank you. What I want to say to you this morning, life is a journey where the best results are achieved when you take an active role. And what do I mean by that? Evidenced by your presence here today, physically or online. 12 months ago, you took a decision. 12 months ago, you made or took a deliberate step towards self-development and self-improvement. It does not stop here, though, as you have two main responsibilities to yourselves. Firstly, and you heard it already said by our previous speakers, you have a responsibility to continue this journey. You have a responsibility to continuously improve and make yourselves relevant and skilled for the future. After all, you are the future of this country, and we have great and high expectations for you. This means you persist, you persevere, and you do not wait for persons to hand you opportunities on a plateau. The knowledge is out there. Seek it. You heard Basilio. It's online. It's available. You don't have to do a degree program. You don't have to necessarily enroll in college if you don't have the finances right that minute. You can still learn. You can still get certificates. You can still continuously improve and upgrade your skills to be relevant, to be top of the list for consideration for whatever you're going after. And just a quick anecdote. You know, I was, and Minister, if he were here, would agree, we were at the PSOJ Hall of Fame ceremony recently held, and Mr. Michael Lee Chin gave an anecdote where he came from very humble beginnings. And he shared with the audience that night that he had written to the government of Jamaica, for funding support, financial support for a scholarship, because he didn't have enough money. And he was refused, several times actually. And he kept writing, and he kept writing until he was finally acknowledged and he got the scholarship. The point of sharing that is, do not accept no as an answer. No is not in your vocabulary, right? No, because you don't see a clear path. No, challenge yourselves, because you can figure this out. You have it within you to figure it out. I'm sure there were times during your 12-month journey where some of the modules, right, and you're figuring out, all right, who are going to WhatsApp? I need to see you later. I'm not grasping that context at all. We have an exam, we have an assessment, or maybe you're balancing some stuff, work-life balance. Maybe you're even just tired and you don't even feel like continuing, but you knew within yourselves that no was not an option, right? And you have to remember that there are several examples out there, as you know, as I mentioned, Mr. Lee Chin, but there are many, many examples of persons who have come from humble beginnings or challenging circumstances that see through, that do not take no, and who persevere. Secondly, and this is important, you have a responsibility to speak to your peers and colleagues, to encourage them to find ways to upskill and reskill themselves, and to be part of a community. This is what the GSS project is about. You are central. You are part of a wider community, and that includes government, that takes this sector, that takes its young people seriously. And you're part of a community that looks out and support each other. That is something that you're going to promise me. You're going to go back. You're going to speak to at least one person about upskilling, about reskilling, what you're doing about your future. When was the last time you took a course? Have you gone online? You check out EDX yet? Coursera have some interesting courses, you know, or so on and so forth. Or what about heart? You need to pay it forward. You need to pay it forward, okay? And paying it forward means looking out for your peers. And You need to be part of a community that not only supports each other to grow, but to grow and be the best version of itself. And this is what the GSS project seeks to do through all our activities. You are central to everything we do. This is the difference with this project. We're not just investor focused. Of course, that's very important. Jamper just stated that. You are central because what? You matter. You matter. Every decision the project execution unit takes, we take into account how will it affect the over 55,000 employees of this sector. So you matter. Okay? So pay it forward, help someone today to understand the importance of building his or her skills, to not be complacent, and to take charge of his or her life in spite of constraints. It is doable. Finally, to the wonderful graduates of this GSS Apprenticeship Program, remember, what am I going to say? Remember, you are awesome, and you rock. Congratulations on the journey. Thank you.
You rock. Congratulations on the journey. I am just, the excitement is building all over again. And, when you talk about seeking out information that's out there, I tell people all the time, the information is there, I have a doctorate from the University of YouTube. I just don't get it yet. Yeah, I don't get it in writing yet. But what I'm trying to say is, if the pandemic has taught us anything, is that the information is out there for consumption. And the GSS is one of these places where you can come and get that information. Not only get it, but be certified, right? Because let me know, YouTube not gonna give me no certification right off the bat. But there are so many things that you can do and continue to do. And so spreading the word is very important. Letting people know that this exists is very important. And so again, for those who are watching online, make sure that you take advantage of the opportunities available in the GSS. Thank you so much again, Marjorie Straw, Program Director here at the GSS project. Now we have some persons who are joining us online who are coming to bring greetings. And joining us on Zoom, we have Andrea Hardware, Senior Manager of People Performance and Culture at KPMG GES. And so let's go over to Andrea at this time. All right, as we await Andrea, who I know she's, all right, Andrea, can you go ahead and speak for us, please? Just unmute and speak. All right, we'll get back to Andrea in just a moment. All right, we'll get back to Andrea in just a moment. Now we're going to have another virtual congratulatory message. And of course, Marjorie started off the congratulatory messages. And coming to give their congratulatory message is Egbert von Frankenberg, Chairman of the Global Services Skills Council.
Good morning, graduates. On behalf of the Global Services Skills Council, I would like to congratulate you to your graduation today for completing a 12-month program in a supervisory management role. We all are very pleased to see your development, the development in yourself, and the development for our country, to see how we can all bring this new global services sector to growth and flourishing over the next decade. I want to thank you all as the first 114 graduates to make this step and to see that these enhancements that we're putting in place with the first Skills Council in Jamaica are actually helping to drive the development of the human capital that we have here in Jamaica, and that over the next coming months you will see that your new skills can be applied and that your new skills can be shown as a leader example to others to follow in your footsteps as well, so that we can assist more entry-level positions to graduate and to grow in their own roles and to grow into senior management roles at some point, perhaps. I want to thank you all for taking this time and dedication, for taking these extra hours in your day to follow through and graduate here today. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Frankenberg, Global Services Skills Council Chairman. And we're now going over to all right, at this time, the Senator, the Honorable Auburn Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, is making his way in. So let's welcome him. Can we all stand? You may be seated. A very good morning, Senator Hill. Welcome to our graduation ceremony. Very happy to have you. At this time, we'll be seeing some congratulatory messages from senior executives of Conduent and Contacts 360.
Congratulations, graduating class of 2022. The GSS program has opened doors for so many of you, and I'm delighted to see you as the next set of achievers, closing another successful chapter in your lives. You stayed focused to this one-year program, even with all the other obligations and challenges you had, both work and personal. You should be so proud of yourselves, and I wish you the very best during this pivotal time in your lives. Take time to celebrate your hard work, which has led you to this point. Now is the time to seize all the fantastic opportunities coming your way. Always bring your true, authentic self to every room and every conversation. As my mom used to tell me, change the world, but never be changed by the world. Believe in yourselves, as I and the rest of the Conduent team believe in you, and may this next chapter be your best yet. Congratulations.
On behalf of the CEO and the executive team of Contacts 360 BPO Solutions, we would like to congratulate our graduates. For 12 months of the GSS program, you invested a lot of time and effort and showed that you were committed to ensuring your development. That hard work and dedication has definitely paid off and is evident in your participation in today's graduation ceremony. We know some persons shedded a tear or two, while others wanted to give up. However, you persevered. Look at you today. You made it. We are very proud of your accomplishment, and we encourage you to continue striving for success. Excellent job, team, and again, congratulations from your Contacts 360 family.
Put your hands together for them. And graduates, I hope you feel how proud we are of you. Yes, we are very, very, very proud. Andrea is ready for us. Andrea Hardware, Senior Manager of People, Performance and Culture at KPMG GES. Can you go ahead for us, Andrea?
Sure. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of the graduates this morning. But of course, special congratulations to those that belong to us at GES. It had been quite a journey. 12 months is no joke to have given up your personal time. Of course, that comes with challenges, all across the spectrum of your life. And so I want to just take time out to congratulate all of you, all of our employees at GES who participated in the program. Thank you for staying the course. As somebody who worked and studied all of my life, I can imagine how difficult this must have been for you. I want to charge you for making sure that you implement some of the things that you would have learned on this program. Be bold about what you know, because you would have learned it, you would have been taught, and you would have been taught by persons who are experts in the field. Be brave about making changes, impactful changes, that is going to advance the organizations for which you work. And don't stop here. Continue the journey. Keep working at your careers. And all I can say at this point in time is all the very best and congratulations. You've made it.
Thank you so very much, Andrea, for wrapping up our congratulatory messages as we go into our reflections from our apprentices. And at this time, we're going to be hearing from some top performers in the program. I'm very excited to hear from them. And so we're going to start with Martin Green from CNX. Please make him welcome.
Morning, everyone. Okay, just pulling this up. Dear students of the GSS Apprenticeship Graduation Batch 2 of 2022, thank you for the opportunity to speak to you on a whole. These days have passed by much too quickly. Some might say not quickly enough. It's almost impossible to believe that we've finally gotten to the end of the supervisory management training and we are all about to become certified. Before I begin, I'd like to thank the Honorable Minister Auburn Hill for being here today, all the participants and beneficiaries, JAMPRO, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Heart Trust, NSTA for putting up with me today. Everyone who is able to join us here today in person and those who are joining us via Zoom. Without the support of them and our families, friends, co-workers, none of us would have been here today. I would also like to thank the entire faculty at the Global Service Sector of Jamaica, the GSS Apprenticeship Program, for the great job they did over the past year. Over the past year, we've been devastated by the unacceptable end of Game of Thrones, faced with the global meltdown. We tell Andrew so we're not go back in. We've done so much. And while most of us won't remember the differences between Module 5, Module 11, sorry, Ms. McDermott, we've learned what it means to persevere in the face of personal, global challenges, Microsoft Teams, and Zoom. As we leave this point, much more skilled and certified, we look forward to the uncertain but beautiful future in this GSS sector. Despite the obstacles we may face, there is so much opportunity in front of us. This GSS Apprenticeship Program is set to provide Jamaicans like myself and those here with the access to training and better jobs in the global service sector, namely the knowledge, process outsourcing, information technology, outsourcing, and business processing outsourcing. I don't know about all of you here, but I, for one, thought I would never win an award or even be selected as a top performer in my firm. I humbly accept this award on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates, Sasha and Dahlia, who are here with me today. Because without these persons, they would not be here today. Ms. McDermott, who taught us rigorously every Saturday, you have imparted so much knowledge and wisdom onto us. Natalie Brackenridge, Kristen Reese for keeping us in the loop with the emails, Ms. Judith Leslie for selecting us from Concentrics for this program. Also, special shout to Damian Levy, Georgia Brown, Trifina Henry, all right, for keeping us entertained in the group chat. A big thank you to the administrators, the facilitators, and our families. Today, as we graduate, as we go out from this place, some of us to come back to work from home, some of us, myself included, to have class later this afternoon, GSS 23 Apprenticeship Leadership and Management Program. I want to leave you with one quote from one of my favorite persons that I look at as a role model, Dave Chappelle, which is the mark of greatness is one when everything before you is obsolete and everything after you bears your mark. Right? Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Martin. I know members of the GSS must be looking on and saying, oh, look at our Martin. So proud. Thank you so very much, Martin. Caron Kane, another top performer, is coming to us at this time from KPMG Jess.
Good morning, all. I am truly honored to be standing here today as a proud graduate of the GSS Supervisory Management Program to share my thoughts on what the journey was like for me. The program had its challenges, it had its perks, and it most definitely resonated with me being a young supervisor at the time at KPMG Jess. It equipped me with the necessary skills and knowledge and understanding of what it is to be a leader, to not just be a paper pusher, but a leader. The modules were extensive, and the lecturers or trainers were vibrant, which was needed to evoke participation in those early morning sessions that we, at times rather to be doing something else. So they kept us engaged for most of those early morning sessions. We covered an array of topics from diversity to communicating effectively to integrity and ethics, just to name a few. However, the one that stood out the most to me was coaching. Why coaching? I believe coaching is a critical aspect of leading people. As the famous quote says, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Let's be coaches, fellow graduates, on our jobs and in our lives to have a positive impact on the future of this country, Jamaica land we love. I want to thank you all, the stakeholders, graduates, and trainers that had a hand in putting this wonderful program together to empower us to be great future leaders. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Karan, and welcoming our third top performer from Sagility, Christine Sinclair.
Thank you. Wow, we did it. Can you imagine? We actually did it. 12 months, 16 modules, and about 1 million assignments later, here we stand. The flagship cohort of the GSS Apprenticeship Programme. It is often said that the first ones, it's the hardest because that's where everything is new. The trial and error group, some would put it. And boy, there were trials, and there were definitely errors. Yet, as a collective, we're here today because instead of allowing these obstacles to stop us, we use them as stepping stones to level up, dig deep, and uncover the best and strongest versions of ourselves. We embraced those 3-hour sessions after a hard day's work, studied last minute for those quizzes, settle a 1 and 2 difference, and figure out a way to work together and complete group assignments, most of which I might add took place virtually and during a pandemic. And not only did we survive, we excelled. Now, we did not navigate this uncharted space ourselves, and therefore credit and great praise must be given to the steady hands that guided us through. Our facilitators, Mrs. Bivette Alvarango, Mrs. Veronica McCurdy, and Mrs. Carleen Myers, who exercised compassion, care, and patience. Whole heap of patience, especially when we were not quite getting it. All to ensure that our class needs were met and that we were able to successfully digest and process the knowledge that they had to share. Special big up to our administrators, Ingrid Marshall and Gary Lewis, because them never left where road. It could be at the oddest hour of the night. You could always get in touch with either of them to ask questions such as, "So boss, when the liquor stimmy go run?" And trust that they would go above and beyond to provide you with the most accurate information. It is with great honor and a good amount of relief that I stand here to celebrate with you, my fellow graduates, of the GSS 2021 Apprenticeship Program for Supervisor Management. We stuck it out. We stuck it out, and now as leaders, to shape our industry, utilizing the wealth of knowledge, skills, and best practices that we would have acquired through this journey. I'll leave you with this quote from former US Secretary of State, the late Colin Powell. "Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistence." I thank you.
Thank you so very much, Christine Sinclair. Can you put your hands together for all our top performers? Martin Green, Karen Kane, and Christine Sinclair. Listen, when she said patience, I wish I could see the facilitators' face, because the facilitators must be saying, as big as una be, the patience had to be intact. So again, congratulations to our graduates, and congratulations to our facilitators as well, because without you, they would not have been where they are today. And so thank you so very much for all that you do. Joining us on Zoom at this time with a presentation, we have Country Manager of VXI Jamaica, Mr. Christopher Boucher. Please welcome him, yes.
Good afternoon, everyone, distinguished guests, and most of all, our 191 graduates of this Super Management course. I want to say a huge and hearty congratulations on behalf of VXI and all the industry leaders. We're so happy that you guys were able to endure and make it through the last 12 months. And we also do understand the value of the training courses that you went through. And I am so happy that you stuck to the task and you completed it. Now, I just want to share with you guys that the BPO has a very special place in my heart, because I started off in this industry 20 years ago as an agent. And I've been able to progress through the ranks and through several promotions to where I am today, which is the VP and Country Manager for VXI Jamaica. So I do understand the level of growth that is available within this industry. And I do understand the value of getting theoretical training as well as the practical training, and combined, the sky is the limit. Now, as you can imagine, I've been through several training courses throughout my 20 years of experience, and we understand and accept that training is mostly theoretical, but it must be nurtured through consistency in application, which is what we refer to as practice. Just imagine me telling you guys how to drive a car and putting you in a classroom for 6 months and having you learn all the ins and outs of driving a car and then putting you on the road after 6 months and thinking that you would be an expert. It just isn't practical. It just doesn't work that way. So I do appreciate the fact that you all are currently within the industry, but I just want to help you to understand that practicing what you have learned will teach you some additional things that you have not learned so far. It will teach you that you need to tweak what you have learned to meet the different personalities that you will be interacting with, so you can get the most out of these individuals. The last thing I want to leave you guys with is a roadmap that I've used for my own growth within the industry. And hopefully it will help you guys to understand some of the things that you can do to help yourselves to continue to grow. Now, the first thing is you need to master the role that you are assigned today. In mastering that role, you need to understand the ins and the outs, the do's and the don'ts. You have to understand working with different personalities, different teams, different groups. You have to understand the art behind communication. The next thing you need to do is, as soon as you master it, you need to help those that are struggling. You'll be showing the people above you that not only are you a top performer, but you're also a team player. And the final thing that you need to do is ask the persons above you, what can you help them with on a daily basis? And this is while mastering the task that you are currently assigned. That has been my roadmap to success, and I pass this on to you guys because I want to see the consistency and the continuous growth among the 191 individuals here today. So thank you again, everyone.
So you see, just as how Mr. Boucher is passing on information to you, it's the same thing that you're going to do for other people, you know, paying it forward and passing on valuable information. Thank you so very much, Mr. Christopher Boucher, Country Manager of VXI Jamaica. We have another congratulatory message, this time from Anand Biradar, Senior VP and Head of Latin America and the Caribbean from Team HGS.
Congratulations to all of you for completing 1 year in the apprenticeship program. It's hard. The work itself is very intensive, and all of you have been able to find time, do an amazing job at work, and then also invest in yourself. I think it's a very good decision, probably one of the best decisions you have made, and I really hope you have found the program very helpful, and whatever you have learned, you will have the opportunity to use those skills and move forward your career. I'm really excited and happy for all of you. For all these leaders in agility, I truly wish all the best, and I hope to see you all grow. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir. It is now time to hear from our keynote speaker, but before he comes, I'm going to invite Tene Daly, Communications and Talent Platform Manager at the GSS Project, to come and do the introduction of our keynote speaker for this morning. Is it still morning? No, it's now afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, Tene.
Ladies and gentlemen, with all protocols observed, good afternoon. As we gather here today to recognize the achievements of our second batch of apprentices in the GSS Apprenticeship Programme upon their completion of the course, It is my special task today to introduce to you our keynote speaker. He has over 35 years of working experience in the private sector, accompanied by a Harvard MBA. In September 2020, our speaker was invited to join the cabinet in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, where he had responsibility for water, land, BPOs, the Special Economic Zone Authority of Jamaica, and other special projects. On January 11, 2022, he was appointed as Minister of Industry, Investment, and Commerce, with responsibility for 22 agencies and departments, including the Jamaica Promotions Corporation, JAMPRO, Companies Office of Jamaica, and the Consumer Affairs Commission. He and his wife, Tamara, have 2 adult children. Our speaker joined us for the ceremony for our first batch of graduates in September. And now he is here with us once again to encourage and to celebrate our second batch of apprentices within the program. I speak of none other than Senator the Honorable Auburn Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment, and Commerce. I invite you to give him your undivided attention as he delivers the keynote address. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. And Basilia, where is she? She's somewhere around here. Yes. Barnaby Cuff, our host and moderator, and GSS brand ambassador. Mrs. Sansia Bennett Templer, our permanent secretary. Of course, the Minister of Industry, Investment, and Commerce. Mrs. Shulette Cox, who is Vice President of JAMPRO, whose residence, whose building we're using this morning. Dr. Marcia Roamande, Acting Deputy Managing Director of Heart Trust NTA. Mr. Egbert van Frankenberg, who I thought the last time was on over there, okay, up there. Chairman, Global Services Skills Council. Ms. Marjorie Straw, of course, we know Marjorie very well in her rather bright and lovely outfit this morning. Program Director, Global Services Sector Project. Mr. Christopher Boucher, Country Manager, VXI Jamaica. Very pleased to hear his testimony. So many others that I heard when I visited the informatics launch a couple of months ago with Prime Minister Holness. And I took the time to walk around. I remember there was one gentleman who spoke in the program. He was from the Prime Minister's constituency. He was now the country manager for one of the big firms there, and he started. It was Mr. Boucher? Oh, there you go. Wonderful. So he started off inputting data some years ago. Now he runs the place. But I took the time as well to walk, because all this time people have been talking about, oh, BPO jobs, it's, you know, what kind of job is that, and so on. So I walked around. I went to the various businesses, and I looked, and I saw JetBlue has their Center of Excellence right here in Jamaica. I walked down. I talked to some of the people who were there 7-10 years. I don't think people stay in bad jobs for 7-10 years. So I asked them what they're doing, and this man dressed in a T-shirt and in jeans was running one of the big operations for an overseas company. So I said, all right, maybe they're just putting me on. So I walked down to the car park. I didn't see any Pro Box, no ladder. It's a big name cars down there, and they were owned by the people upstairs. So people that are in kind of funny jobs that last 3 months and don't have no future don't drive BMWs and high-level Toyota and Mercedes. So those are the cars I saw in the car park. So I'm pleased to see this group of graduates going into a sector of our economy that is growing. So, Christopher, good to have seen you on the video and nice to have met you out there at the informatics. Representatives, of course, of the Global Services Association of Jamaica, the GSSS. I call them GDSS. Shalette will tell you. She tells me that, oh, this is IDB program and Jumper, and that's what they name it. So I renamed it Global Digital Services Sector, because you have to have that D in there. You don't have the D, don't worry, tell me about global services. It could be any other service. This service puts you aside and say, look, heart, when you're training, doctor, you have to make sure the D is in there. Digital must be right across the entire, all of them have role plays digital, because it's vital for the industry. And as we look at this part of our economy growing, we want to make sure people are digitally literate. Of course, the media practitioners, ladies and gentlemen, want to emphasize that a bit more, because I want to make sure that you understand that as we move to a digital society, and why do we have to? Sugar is gone. And frankly, for many people, it stayed too long. If we had given it up earlier like some other countries, we may have been ahead. But that's where we are. But it's gone. Banana is not as dominant as it was. You have to search hard to get some, but JP is doing well with bananas in St. Mary, I understand. But that's not the industry that's going to take us ahead. It's important. There are agro-processing businesses that will help us and grow, and we have to see that growing. Jamper is working on that. But really and truly, we don't have the land space of China. We don't have the land space of the United States, and we certainly don't have the minerals of the United States, Russia, or even Congo. So we have to do what Japan and Singapore and Latvia have done. We use the brain power of small populations, relatively small populations, to become big economies and strong economies and respected countries. So Hart NTA, just forget the GSS that I'm telling you. It's GDSS. Shalette, we're rebranding it. I know Miss Troy is having some headache down there, but it's all right. I give people a headache everywhere I go. So it's just so it goes. But she will also fix it. But more importantly, our graduates and their colleagues are getting the fact that that's where we have to go. I'm very pleased this morning. Certainly, it's a very important moment for me. Just a few months ago, just a little bit over a month ago, in fact, I was pleased to address the first batch of the 114 apprentices that graduated from the GSS Apprenticeship Programme. I was honored to highlight the contributions of the Andrew Holness administration to the skills development for the global digital services sector in building a trained, capable, and productive group of talents, a talent pool to support the fast-growing, in this instance, I'll say, global services sector, which may also, many people call this the BPO sector. The testimonials of the apprentices then were very inspiring, as they were this morning again. And listening to our top apprentices from each firm today further cements the motion that what we have done and achieved under the apprenticeship program is a significant success. The program has enhanced the skills of many Jamaican apprentices. Even though it was hard, work through the night, upset the people who train you, test them patience, Rich, over there, sir. Test them patience, but you know, it's excellence is not easy. Excellence is exceptional. How many people you think get to go to Oxford and Harvard and Yale? You think everybody go? Then if excellence wasn't outstanding, everybody would go. Is not so it go. You think everybody gets to go to Campion? Forget Campion. You think everybody can get to go to Monroe College? Thank you. Well, in other words, excellence coming out of this program. And you have started to come out of it. There's 665 people in this program. There's 114. The number we have today is additional number. Others will come as fast. You have 119 in this particular cohort. As fast as I can get here, I'll be here every time, Shalette. Make sure Acadians carve out a point, because I count this as important. This is how we're going to help to change Jamaica. I want every one of you, this is going to upset my friends, but as I say, I upset people. When I came back to Jamaica, I wrote an article for the Gleaner. Then the Gleaner used to quote me more. Them nobody quote me these days, but that's all right. I'm surviving. But I used to write for them every Friday. The chief columnist there in the Financial Gleaner. One of the first, before I even started as a financial columnist, while I was running NCB, because I came from the Gulf, and I saw how many people come to the Gulf to work. And they must come from somewhere. I know they came from India, they came from Bangladesh, they came from Philippines, they came from Egypt, they came from all over the place. And I realized that every year people come in here at Techway or nurses. And I heard some people complaining about brain drain. I said, what kind of nonsense is this? I, of course, being my outlook in life is business, I said, what a great business opportunity. And for 15, 20 years, nobody will grab up that business opportunity and say, them want Jamaican nurses. Every Mount Sinai hospital on the east coast of the United States, 3 matrons and 15 nurses in every one of them, Jamaicans. Them love Jamaicans. We have that cachet. And we're complaining about brain drain. So I wrote an article and I said, train as many nurses as we can and put fit for export on their forehead. Lord of mercy. I'm encouraging brain drain. Oh yes, I'm encouraging opportunities for people. Here's the first opportunity. A group of business people who are thinking business should come together and say, let us finance it. No wait for the government to build a nursing school. Come together, put the nursing school together. I did a whole, I was running a consultancy later on. I put a consultancy thing together. So I'm going to give you the gist of it. Get investors together. Get all the people, go to Campion. Because we want men as well. Because as the populations in the United States and elsewhere get bigger, you want men. So you go to Monroe as well. You go to the fine ladies' schools and get graduates. And you get graduates who are interested from whichever school they come from. Okay? And you train them. But also part of the investment, let's say you're going to spend, I'm going to take a guess, $350 million. You put 25 million or 40 million in there just to renovate or Class C hospitals. Raise them up to, let's say, B or B+. Maybe 1 or 2 of them you make another A because we only have 2 A hospitals. It's only KPH. No, Granite is private. Only KPH and Cornwall. Those are the only 2. So may I put it out there. It's an investment opportunity. Shalette, you're going to do, Jampro is going to do an investment proposal like I asked for those 4 orchard plants, where I have it ready to hand, and I give you some of the information because I have lots of the information. You have to train them to do NCLEX exam in Jamaica. So you work with the United States. NCLEX is what you have to pass to be a nurse in the United States. There's a special window in the immigration law in the United States that allows in nurses. People don't know that. So make sure, and probably teachers too. I know about the nurses, I didn't check the teachers. But there's a clause in there. You don't have to go through the whole rigmarole. And I'm not going to talk about lines, but you know what I mean. So you get a window in there. So we get an investment proposal, Shalette. We get investors together. And at that time, I was looking at foreign investors. There's a whole heap of money in Jamaica. put it on the stock market, get some primary investors, and then you train, and then you put 50 million in there. You fix the one in Maypen. You fix the one in Black River. You must fix the one in Black River. It's in St. Elizabeth. Okay. You raise the level of the hospital, and you raise the one in Lucy, and you talk to the government and say, look, we raise the thing, give us, because you need beds to train. We will make sure there's a number of patients that come in free for the government. That is part of the investment that you have to give. So you train them, and you look after some of the people, an agreed amount. But also, when you have nurses in Jamaica that can pass the NCLEX exam here, states like Texas will pay you $15,000 to $25,000 for each graduate. That's in the business proposal. And people don't understand that opportunity exists. So as you look at training here, we have to look at, I'm pushing people to export. Sure, I wanted to manufacture. Yes, I wanted to get orchard crops and export the products from them. But I also want us to export services. Since we don't have the minerals of Russia, Congo, and the United States, we're going to have to export services. But we have people, and we have them young, so we can train them. And we have JAMPRO who must find investment opportunities. Wait till we finish at the retreat PS. Whole new world, which will be a brave new world for all of us, okay? But that's what we have to do with Jamaica, guys. You're in the forefront of it. You listen to how the last time there were only ladies, I think, who spoke. This morning, 2 men get in there. Progress is being made. What I mean is, really and truly, the girls in Jamaica haven't given us much problems. 70% of our graduates from the university are women. It's the men, our international friends come and tell us, oh, we must have this for women. Say, hey, back off. It's our men that we have to deal with. So you go back and wheel and come and give us a program for men. Because them leave men out of this thing. And in Jamaica, is men we want. Ask Hart. When Hart is looking for apprentices, they have to go on the street side and take the men them off. And I want them to say take a lot more, so we take them out of harm's way and give them jobs and put fit for export on them forward. Part of why I do this is to make sure the conversation gets lively. I want people to take me on. You tell me why I shouldn't put for export on my Jamaican fellow. Tell me why. When we have so many people that, well, we used to have unemployment is the lowest in the history. But Hart tells me they're going to go out and broaden the labor pool because they're going to take people from that are not normally in the labor market to come forward. So we're in a period of accelerated changes driven by new and evolving technological advances. For a global industry enabled by information and communications technology, the GSS, the GDSS, is Jumper right this speech here? So them leave out the D. So every time I have to put it in. The global digital service, the global digital services sector is a very dynamic sector that is in constant need of new skills to increase their services. Good to see you guys. Want to see a lot more. Next time, I want the room full. You, Sister Ro? Okay, I'll come in. You'll invite me? Yeah, I'll come. The global digital services sector has been evolving from business process outsourcing, which we know as BPO, into various segments. Legal process outsourcing, knowledge process outsourcing, KPMG, human resource outsourcing. We have to push that and make sure we get it because we can do the work from here. We went to Guyana. Guyana has a lot of that to do. Finance and accounting outsourcing, again KPMG, among others. Naturally, with the varying segments, Demand for talent will continue to change the skills requirements that will be needed to function effectively in these many roles. Therefore, Hart and Ms. Straw, we have to constantly look, what are we adding? What should we withdraw? Maybe some skills now, we don't need those again, but we need to train for the newer skills that are in greater demand. The GSS project, the GDSS project, utilize a multifaceted approach to ensure all the requisite tools, access to information and opportunities are available to support you in the rapidly expanding GDSS sector. Here are some of the programs that can support your journey. The Career Pathway Framework, you know about it, I'm sure. Management Capacity Development, good to hear that. Success Story shared by VXI, a country manager, Mr. Boucher, confirms that the opportunity grow into high level, I'm going to, they say chief positions as CEO and COO and so forth. Well, we want to see many of you get into those positions. And as I said, I saw people out there, don't be impatient. Push for what you want, but be wise. Don't be impatient. And every time you see an opening, put your foot in the door and go through. Don't wait for people we wait for them, they get ahead of you. No, we have to compete in that. This is life. If you don't compete, you're not going to be good. So don't let anybody tell you that you must compete, but you must not be rude and unreasonable. You must also remember that if you're in a cohort, as if you don't have what somebody wants and your friend has it, push them. Since you don't have this, push them. Jamaica, all of us get better when we push each other up. So don't play the crab in the barrel business, pull down anybody. No, push, because you know somebody's going to push you. If you're good and they see that you have good attitude to people, they push you. So make sure you get that. Focus on the future and embrace it. Don't be afraid of the future. Things are going to happen. Some of them you can't control. Say quickly, how do I maneuver around this or over it or underneath it or embrace it and take it and go forward? Don't be afraid. Anytime you're fearful, fear controls you. Anytime you're fearful, fear controls you. And I don't want anybody or fear to control me. So I will deal with it. I'll face it. And you know something? You better be good, because if you challenge me, I am going to deal with you. You train yourself, get your skills, broaden your skills, know what your strengths are, and when you don't have that strength, get somebody who gets it. So when I started to run a bank, as I said to somebody maybe 2 or 3 days ago, I can do credit in my sleep. You give me the balance sheet and the income statement, I'll tell you quickly if that person or that company or do their cash flows. I can tell if that company should get the money and borrow the money, and they have the ability to pay it back. It's the ability to pay it back I'm looking for, not that they need the money. Everybody needs money. I want the ability to pay back the money when I lend you. So I can do credit. But I couldn't do IT, so I went to India when I took over the National Bank of Oman. I went to India, and I recruited a guy who still has, first degree and a master's degree from the Indian Institute of Technology. Let me tell you how important IIT is. When Bill Gates went to India in the 90s, I believe at the time it was Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, they asked him what we can give you from India. He said, no, I don't want to get anything from you. You have something that I'd like to really buy. The Indian Institute of Technology competes with Caltech, California Institute of Technology, MIT, any one of them, Georgia Tech. In fact, most of the Indians who you see run any of the big Google, IBM these days, all of them, I can bet that all of them have a degree from IIT. So Bill Gates said, this is 60s now. India was on its knees financially. I was in Kuwait, executive vice president of a bank, and I went to India one Christmas Eve to lend them $250 million from my bank. They couldn't get a consortium loan because their debt was so bad. They had to mortgage their gold to the Bank of England and the Swiss bank, UBS. So I went there from the Burgan Bank in Kuwait. Man who became finance minister and subsequently prime minister, Manmohan Singh, was an assistant then in the Ministry of Finance. I have a picture with him. And I gave them $250 million because they were on their knees. We didn't have to syndicate it. I'm coming from a rich Kuwaiti bank. We had one deposit in the bank of $600 million. We could lend any money we want. So we did that. We didn't have to go and get a syndicate. But around that time, Bill Gates visited India, and he said, I want to buy from you. I will pay you $6 billion at the time in the 90s. $6 billion, probably today, $15 billion. And Prime Minister Rao said, you know, thanks, but no thanks. IIT is not for sale. That's how good IIT is. So when I didn't have the IT skills, and I will never have those kind of IT skills. I don't have no engineer. If I drive a car and it broke down, thank God it not broke down, all me would do is call somebody and say, come take the car. Me not I'm not even opening the bonnet. I have no interest whatsoever. These days, I'm not even interested in driving it. I will drive, but if anybody who has a license, who is not drinking and not on drugs, they can drive me. So I go out and get this guy, Sunil, 7 and I say, Sunil, you build out my IT for the bank. We're changing over completely. And he did. I said, you have the right to hire whoever you want. Bring in 15 of your top guys from IIT and wherever else in India. That's what we did. So when you don't have a particular skill, buy it. Or get into a partnership with somebody who has it. And because you can't do everything. Nobody think you bright enough to do everything. So look at partnerships. It's not something we do in Jamaica. But you're now at a young stage. You're going to look at forming businesses in time. Make sure whoever hires you teach you all the skills. Learn everything. As Bashir said, offer to do work higher above you so you get to learn. And you learn every time you go around, you look at everything. Learn everything because one day you're going to need it. So embrace the future. Identify your goals and make additional plans with timelines to achieve them. Ask all of my friends since I've been in the ministry, and for decades I run bank. You hardly ever get out of my office without me saying, when do I get it? When will you finish it? So that, because if you don't have a timeline, you don't have a deadline. You can't just drift. Well, not with me. And it mustn't happen with you. So make sure you have your goals and timelines. Look forward to the future with excitement. Get up every morning. Hey, John, can we do this? When you hear a new idea, explore it. Look at it. You hear about nurses. No, you might say, boy, what kind of foolishness is that? But go look at how you could be putting a nurses thing together. One day, one of you might switch into nurses. I don't know. Life changes. All the best as you chart your journey in 2022 and beyond in Jamaica's vibrant and inviting global digital sector. Really, I congratulate you, and I encourage you to be excellent at whatever you do. You must, right now, I want you to remember, forget everything I tell you about foreign and so on. Remember this, is only one standard you must have, excellent. The second doesn't count. You remember the second man who went to the moon? It no matter. You remember the second guy who Bolt beat in him first world, whatever it is him win? It no matter. Number one is what counts. Go and be number one. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, Senator Hill. I mean, so many nuggets, such words of encouragement, and I think my ambassador flyer needs to be updated to reflect GDSS, and yes, and look at us pressuring. Yes, yes. I mean, no objection. Thank you so very much, sir. And, I really applaud your commitment to making sure that you are here physically because, it's one thing to know that we have your support, but to actually see you in person, it means a whole lot. So, everyone, can you just give another round of applause to Senator the Honorable Auburn Hill, Minister in the Ministry of Industry, Investment, and Commerce. He's the Minister of this ministry. I sound repetitive, but yes, that's what he is. Thank you so very much for your words of encouragement and your advice. We are really, really happy to have you present with us today. All right, so our graduates. So we only have a few here on site. So for those of you who are watching, we have several of our graduates here, but we have over 100 graduates in all. And so at this time, we're going to have our presentation of our apprentices. And so we'll be just paying attention to this slideshow right now as we present all our graduates of this cohort. Put your hands together for them. Congratulations to all our graduates, graduating class of 2022. I stood here just looking at all the faces and the joy on their faces for completing the program, and I actually saw a few faces that I know personally. Wow, I'm going to give them a call and say congratulations. Thank you so very much to our tech team for, helping us to put together this semi-virtual presentation, and of course to all our graduates here and online, again, congratulations to you. Can we just give them another round of applause? Yes, man, they deserve it. Congratulations to you. We're going now into the recognition of top 3 awardees by firm, and they will be awarded with a trophy. And so we're going to start with our 3rd place awardees, and I'm going to invite Shalette Cox to come and do these presentations for us. Yes, right in front of that beautiful backdrop, yes. So again, these are our top awardees, well, recognition of top 3 awardees by firm. And from Team HGS, we have Raheem Palmer. No, man, give him a bigger round of applause. All right, love that. From KPMG, Sade Morrison. And from CNX, Dahlia Dawkins Green. Congratulations to our 3rd place awardees. Moving now over, thank you so much, Shalette. Moving now over to our 2nd place awardees. I'm going to ask Dr. Amonde to do these for us. From Team HGS, we have Jerome Robinson. Woo! Yes, man, want to see the name, yes. From Team KPMG, we have Cadian Smith, who is absent, but we still want to give a round of applause. And from CNX, Sasha Gay Aldridge, yes. Congratulations. Now moving on over to our 1st place awardees. I'm going to invite Senator Hill to do these presentations for us. Thank you so very much, Dr. Amonde. From Team HGS, Christine Sinclair. Woo! Congratulations from Team KPMG, Caron Kane. And from CNX, Martin Green. Woo! All right. Minister, before you go, let's just have a quick photo op. I know you have to leave, so all our awardees, can you just join Minister right there? and the presenters as well, Shalette and Dr. Amonde, all of the graduates, yes. And the permanent secretary, yes, want a huge photo op at this time before the minister leaves. And to those who are tuning in online, we're having a quick photo op session at this time to facilitate our minister before he leaves. And if you're just tuning in, you are watching the graduation ceremony for the second batch of our GSS Apprenticeship Programme. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you again, Minister, for being with us today. We appreciate having you. And again, congratulations to all our graduates. We're so very, very happy to be celebrating you today. Thank you, Minister. Have a good one. All right, it has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful graduation ceremony so far. And I look at our graduates looking at their awards and smiling and feeling all happy. I feel your joy, and we share in your joy. And again, we congratulate you on this milestone. All right, so for those who are tuning in online, we have a little engagement session for you. Yes, where you can win something. Who like free things? Me, yes, all of us. I'm not sure, Tene, will persons inside be able to join? Yes, so it's for both those on-site and those online. There was a graduation hat competition that took place, and we have shortlisted a few persons. And we are going to have you do the live voting right now for your favorite. So for those of you who can get on Kahoot, do we have internet free Wi-Fi in here for those who? Yes, we have free Wi-Fi. Do we need a password for the Wi-Fi? Free GSS? No, that's not the password. Don't. Okay, all right. So you can access the public Wi-Fi. All right. So I want you to go on Kahoot. Is it kahoot.com? Okay. All right. So we have a video that we're going to play at this time that will show our shortlisted hat designers. And then after that, we will vote for our favorite. I will give you the pin as soon as we finish showing this video. that. All right, so our live poll is up, and the pin is 2517572. The pin 2517572, and you now have an opportunity to vote for your favorite hat in our hat design competition. Our first place winner will get a US $80 gift card. Our second place winner will get a US $50 gift card. And our third place winner will get a US $30 gift card. And where can they use this gift card on Amazon? Okay, Amazon gift card. All right, so the voting, we have 25 people online. Vote for your favorite. If you don't vote, you don't have a say. Will we reveal the winners? Yes? Okay. I tell you, technology, you know, my gosh. All right, the numbers are climbing for those who are coming in to vote. And again, we are in the voting session of our graduation hat competition. And we just saw a video. We just saw a video displaying the shortlisted individuals. All right, so while we vote, everybody in-house, have you voted already? All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so there are your shortlisted contestants. We have over 30 persons who are voting, and you have 6 seconds to go. And the persons are voting away. All right. We have a little over a minute left. And right after this, we're going into another giveaway that you can take part in, whether you are online or on site. All right, so we have the winners. All right, so they'll provide me with the names. So we see the hats, but I don't know the names offhand. So Tanae will provide me with those names. So let's go into our trivia giveaway. And it is still on Kahoot. Let me just tell you the pin for that trivia. And you will win for yourself a US $50 gift card. So log on, yes, log on right now to Kahoot. The game pin is 3959341. Again, the game pin for our trivia, 3959341. And we're going to bring that up on screen. It's a trivia game. And the winner will get a $50 gift card that you can use to shop on Amazon. It's a perfect price. Okay, you don't have to pay no. Yeah, on it when it comes in, yes. So it's a good price, yes. Yes, man, everybody can. No, not you. No, not you. No, you can't play. Nobody sitting on the front can play. I was about to say behind you, but they already have their phones in hand. All right, so the pin is 3959341. Three nine five 9341. Hey, so much people reaching 40, you know? They want that gift card. Okay, yes, we do. Yes, well, we have it. Okay, good. Because I know they will come under my Instagram post and ask for it, you know. All right? Jamaicans don't play when it comes on to their giveaways. All right, Tene, let me know when we begin. Ready? All right, so let's go Kahoot at work. It's the GSS graduation ceremony trivia game. Let's go. I'm glad the minister is not here because him just add things to, you know. He would say the answer is not there. All right, the answers are coming in. Kadian, what? What does peak stand for? No, man, this look like Pep. Them close, man. Critical thinking skills, everybody. All right, the answers are coming in very quickly. All right, Jody has passed Kadian. Let's go. We have 7 more questions to go. The apprenticeship training program comprises of all right, Kadian is back on top. MJ is now in 2nd place. On to the next question. The apprenticeship programs can span from level 2 to 7. The GSS Supervisory Management Program is equivalent to a level 7, 6, 4, or 3. Level 3. All right, Kadian remains on top. On to question 5. How long is the apprenticeship program? Me, miss, I know. You see how quickly everybody answer? Yeah, they know that one. Yep. 12 months. And Kaden is on fire. Question number 6. What were the pilot and the 2021 cohorts of apprentices trained in? Graduates, if una get this wrong. Oh. And this is also a great way for us to get to know a little bit more about the apprenticeship program for those who are not so familiar, who may be watching. I know somebody's around here, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch up, be by slow if you want to learn. Right? Supervisory management. Kadian is still on top. Going over to our next question. Name the executing agency of the GSS project. Ooh, Glenna has come out of the blues and has passed Kadian. Let's move on. Still time, still time. Following success in the supervisory management course exams, what will the apprentice receive to mark this achievement? Somebody say, yes, monetary award. All right, Glenna remains on top. Going over to our next question. 2 questions to go. Which of the following statements best summarizes the mission of the GSS Apprenticeship Programme? Provide a high-quality education, strengthening of the skills development system to build a foundation for lifelong learning, or develop youths with active and creative minds. And to our final question, KS is now on top. Is you? Ah! Which of the following groups designs and develops new training programs and standards for the apprenticeship program? All right, 10 seconds to go to find out who our winner is of the US $50 gift card. Let's see if it's KS, let's see if it's Glenna, let's see if it's someone new. Let's see who the winner is. Glenna in 3rd place. Congratulations, Glenna. KS in 2nd place. And in 1st place, we have Kristen. Kristen, just come out of the blues and just grab 1st place. Congratulations to you, Kristen. I know you're Kristen is not in the room. Hey, Kristen, big ups to you. Congratulations on winning the US $50 gift card for Amazon. Put your hands together for Kristen. Congratulations to you once more. It has been a wonderful day of celebration, of celebrating our graduates of this GSS Apprenticeship Program. The past 12 months have been rough and tough, but you did it. And for those of you online, you did it. And we continue to celebrate you, and we continue to congratulate you, and we continue to just promote the GSS and what it offers, with the hopes that many more Jamaicans will know of this program and be a part of it and start their career, that I am sure when you hear of the stories, the success stories of others, it will really motivate you to get started and to do well. You know, one of the things that the minister said in his speech was that, you know, don't wait for opportunities. Yeah. Don't go and get it. Don't go and, you know, ask, you know, what can I do? Or is there an opportunity coming up? You know, when people ask me, what do you bring to the table? I'm like, I am the table, honey. Hello, call me Miss Mahogany. I am the table. Yes, you know, so let us just, in all that we do, continue to seek after excellence. Let us continue to strive to always learn as we continue to live. And with this GSS Apprenticeship Program, you learn while you earn. And I don't think that there is anything better than this. It doesn't get much better than this. Learn while you earn. And I am sure that they are very appreciative of this program. And we look forward to the next cohort. We look forward to celebrating them as well. My name is Basilia Barnaby Cuff, and it has been my pleasure guiding you through today's program. I am your GSS ambassador, and I look forward to many more meetings like this. Thank you so much again to all our special guests, to our graduates, to those of you tuning in online. Thank you for being a part of today's graduation ceremony. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and let us continue celebrating the success of our graduates. Put your hands together for them. Woo! Woo! Ain't nobody that show it. So thank you so very much. All right, before we go, we have the winners of the hat design competition to announce. In third place, we have Shafay Bloomfield from KPMG. In second place, we have Kishani Sams from HGS. Woo! And in first place, we have Samantha Swaby from Conduent. Congratulations to our winners from our hat design competition. Congratulations again. Have a wonderful rest of the day.